Everybody, so today, if you're new around these parts, I like Pokemon clearly, as you can tell. And today, I will be doing a little Pokemon tier list for myself. Basically, just going through all like the types and the regions and whatnot, and just ranking which ones are my favorites and whatnot. As you can see on this list, we pretty much just have like the whole entire like all of the regions and whatnot here, and then like all of the types, as well as like other little things like down here, like favorite EVs, get to that in a little bit. Like fossils, regional forms, megas, gigantamax, whatnot, all that snazzy jazz. But we're just gonna start off nice and slow, and we're just gonna go down one by one, and you guys get to see my opinions on things. Yes, because I am a professional Pokemon master. Yes. All right. So first off, Gen 1 normals. Man, this is harder than I thought. I'd say out of cuteness, probably Eevee. Although Kangaskhan is really cool as well. You know, I think I'll say Eevee. Eevee's super cute. I like Eevee. Eevee's nice. Eevee's dope. So yeah, say Eevee. Who doesn't like Eevee? Like, come on. Eevee's freaking adorable. Like, come on. If you don't like Eevee, there's something wrong with you. I'm finna be honest. Alright, and then we're going into Fire type. Without a shadow of doubt, Arcanine. This is so easy for me. I freaking love Arcanine. Arcanine is an amazing Pokemon. I freaking love Arcanine. I even had a dog who was like a red healer. Her name was Lucky. She's so freaking cute, and she was red and had like black stripes on her back, and I always used to like call her like my little Arcanine, like my little Growlithe as like a nickname. So yeah, Arcanine will always have a special place in my heart. Like, so that's without a shadow of doubt my favorite fire in Gen 1. Probably my favorite fire of all time. We'll see about that here in a sec. Alright, next up, water. Gen 1 had a lot of good waters. They had Blastoise, Tentacruel, Gyarados. I don't know why Gyarados is flying, but that's besides the point. Now, Starmie's really cool. Kabutops. I think I'll go Gyarados. Because not only Gyarados isn't just like a good Pokemon, also like the lore behind them is like really cool too. Like not like lore like Pokemon lore, like what they're based off of. So I think I'll go Gyarados. Gyarados is cool. We like Gyarados. Grass. I love Parasect. I love Parasect to death. I freaking love Parasect, but I think I'm gonna have to pick Venusaur on this one. I freaking love Venusaur. I used to not be that big of a fan of Venusaur, but ever since they released Mega Venusaur, they just grew on me, and now they're so freaking cool. I love Venusaur, so I'd probably say Venusaur. Next up, Electric. Jolteon. So easy, Jolteon. That's so easy. Oh, not that many ice. Wait, Seal's not an ice? I knew Dugong was. Seal's not? That's interesting. I'd probably go for Dugong, though. Dugong. Good old Dugong. Everyone likes Dugong here. We like Dugong. Okay, I don't know if it's just like my eyes are like more attracted, or like they're like more dead on to like Poliwrath, although I'm pretty sure that's just because their color is different from every other one. I'd probably say out of all these though, I'd probably say Machamp. Yeah, I'd probably say Machamp. Yeah, I feel confident about that. Next up, Poison. Oh, we got a lot of good Poison ones. Okay. I feel like before we get to this, I'm gonna skip a little bit to Ghost because Gengar. I love Gengar. To those people who know, and to those who don't, Gengar is like without a shadow of my doubt probably like my favorite Pokemon. At least top 2 or 3. It probably is my favorite Pokemon. It is my favorite Pokemon. I don't know why I'm beating around the bush. It is my favorite Pokemon. So yeah, but I see it more as a Ghost than I do a Poison type, as most do. So I figured I might as well put Gengar there right now, so that way I can use this Poison slot for something else. Now that being said, Nidoking is freaking awesome. I love Nidoking. I just love like Juggernaut-esque Pokemon. It just looks so cool to me. And then we got Ground. Ooh. I'm a sucker for Sandslash. I love Alolan Sandslash, and because I love Alolan Sandslash so much, it's made me love regular Sandslash too, so it's gotta be Sandslash for me. Next up, Flying. Ooh, you saw my mouse immediately point to Aerodactyl. It's like, I freaking love Aerodactyl, but I don't know what's in store for the rocks. So I don't know. I probably will go back and change it if I need to. But for now, it's definitely Aerodactyl. It's definitely Aerodactyl for my flying. Alright, next up, Psychic. I don't know, Slowbro's pretty cool. That and Starmie. Probably one of those two, honestly. Alakazam's cool and whatnot, but I was always a Gengar fan. So it's like, kind of like, shed light over them. It's like, kind of like, yeah, they better, in my opinion. And then Slowpoke and Slowbro, they're just a little derpy. The little derp is so cute. So that's why I like them. But I think I'd probably say Starmie. Starmie's really cool. I like Starmie. And then Bug. Okay, I love Parasect, as I said before. Pinsir's freaking awesome. I love Pinsir. Pinsir's so cool. I want to say Aerodactyl for this again. I'd probably say Aerodactyl for this, but I want to see what else is for flying. Yeah, screw it, I'll do that. Yeah, so Charizard for flying, and then Aerodactyl for rock, why not? Dragon, huh? Such a variety of choices. I think I'd pick Dragonair. Dragonair. I just like it. It just looks more elegant to me. And I like it a bit more. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Then we got Dark. Oh yeah, Dark's not in this gen. Same thing for Steel. Steels aren't... Oh, Magnemite and Magneton. But Steel and Dark did not exist in Gen 1. So, like, these types did not exist till Gen 2. And then same thing for Fairy. Alright, next up for starter. I mean, yeah, we can just, like, go back to what I said before. Venusaur. Yeah, so I just love Venusaur. Venusaur is freaking dope. And then we got gimmick forms. What's gonna be on here? Okay, so we got... Ooh, Megas and Gigantamaxes. I'm gonna pick Gengar, though. Because I love Gengar that much. And then we have favorite legend. So this is like legendaries and mythicals. Honestly, I think I'd say Articuno. They just got that elegant look to them, you know? They're just so elegant. You know? Beauty. Majestic. As like that one Pokemon episode said. Yeah, I think I'd say them. And then for my favorite of all time, out of all of the ones here, I think I'm going to save this. I think I'm going to save like this whole entire row or column. Is it column or row? It's column. Yeah, I'm going to save this whole entire column for the very end. Dunsparce. I love Dunsparce. Dunsparce is so cute. I love Dunsparce. And then we got Fire Typhlosion. So easy. I don't know whose favorite is. Okay, I could see some people liking Houndoom. But it's either Houndoom or Typhlosion. Like, come on. I freaking love Typhlosion. Whoop, we're not going that far. But yeah, I freaking love Typhlosion. Typhlosion's dope. Alright, next up, Water. For Alligator. When I played Heart Gold, not Heart Gold, I played Soul Silver when I was a kid. I picked Feraligatr, and Feraligatr's freaking awesome. I love Feraligatr. Hoppip's super cute. I like Hoppip. Hoppip's very cute and nice. So it's either it's a tie between Hoppip, Meganium, and Little Onion Boy. Little Celebi. Ah, screw it. I'll say Meganium. Why not? Just have the trio here. Why not? And then we got Electric. I really do like Elekid. I like Elekid a lot. I like Elekid more than Electabuzz, but I also really like the Electivire. But Electivire is not until Gen 4. I also wish they put, you know, the Floof on Ampharos. I know they put the Floof back on its Mega, but still. You know, I think I'm gonna say Elekid for this one. I like Elekid. Elekid's cool. I like its little like hard things. They're cool. It's like a little wall charger. Alright, next we got Ice. I'm not that big of a fan of Sneasel and Weavile, honestly. I think I'd say Delibird. Because don't get me wrong, I like Swinub. Swinub's cute. But I think I like Delibird a little bit more. Just a tad. Just a tad bit more. Just a wee bit. Alright, next we got Fighting Heracross. That's so easy. I don't even have to think Heracross. Without a shadow of a doubt, Heracross. Heracross is freaking awesome. We got Crobat, same thing. Don't even have to think Crobat. Crobat is awesome. I love Crobat. Crobat is amazing. Crobat is probably like one of my favorite poison types. It's one of my favorite poison types and one of my favorite flying types. It is so cool. I love Crobat. Next we got Steelix. Okay, these okay, these past few ones are getting way too easy. Steelix is freaking amazing. I love Steelix. I want to see what the other options are though. Steelix without a shadow of a doubt. 100% Steelix. I love Steelix so much. Steelix is freaking awesome. Then we got flying types. I already used Crobat, so I don't want to use them again. So for this, I think I'd say Noctowl. I do really like Noctowl. Noctowl is cool. A little hoot hoot. Hoot hoot. Yeah, I'd probably say Noctowl though. Noctowl's cool. I forgot that this thing included all of the different unknowns. Is this all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, it's all of them. Well, not all of them. I'm pretty sure there's an exclamation point and a question mark, I think. But like, this is all the letter ones. But yeah, for psychic type. I want to save Lugia for the legendary one. So for this, I think I'm going to go Espeon. Espeon used to not be my... Like, I'm not that big of a fan of... Okay, in comparison to the other evolutions, Espeon isn't one of my favorites. It's probably like one of like the second to least favorite. But then it started growing on me. I don't know, it started growing on me. So I like it a bit more. But I'm not too crazy about Scizor. Don't get me wrong. Scizor's cool and all. I'm not too crazy about them though. Scizor's like, they're cool, but they're not like cool to me. Same thing for Lucario. I understand the hype behind the two of them. I just don't feel the same. I just don't. And that's my own opinion. But between these, I'd probably say Ariados. Just so we can keep everything like differentiated and whatnot. Keep more diversity around the list. Next up, we got Rock. It's Tyranitar. It's Tyranitar, like without a shadow of doubt. I don't see what else it could be. it's Tyranitar. Tyranitar's awesome. I used to be the same way about Tyranitar too. So I used to not like them as much, but they started growing on me. Because I like Tyranitar a lot now. Granted, it's still not one of my favorites, but Tyranitar's cool. I like Tyranitar. Tyranitar's chill. Well, we don't have many options here. Alright, I guess we're picking Mischievous. I mean, Mischievous is fine. I like Mischievous. I also like Kingdra, so I guess that works out too. Then we got Darks. Umbreon. Easily Umbreon. Yeah. Umbreon is so freaking cool. I love Umbreon, especially if they're shiny. I want to put Steelix again. I'm going to look what's on ground again. Dawn Fancier. Oh, Quagsire. You know what? We'll put Quagsire in the ground. We're not going to put them in the ground. Okay, forget what I said. I did not mean to word it like that. We're going to put them in the ground category. And then for Steel, we're going to put Steelix. Because Quagsire is awesome. I mean, who doesn't love Quagsire and Wooper? Lil Wooper. It's a cute. And then next we got Fairy. Yeah, I'd say Azumarill. Azumarill's dope. I love their design. They're super cute. They're probably like one of the least Pikachu clone looking Pikachu clones, if I suppose you could say, or word it. That and plus, they're super good competitive wise. They're like super strong. And it's like they're just cool. Simple as that, they're just cool. Okay, then we got Starter. I gotta say Feraligatr, man. I love Typhlosion, but I gotta say Feraligatr. Feraligatr, I have way more nostalgia with Feraligatr. And plus, I'm more, like, attached to, like, reptilian, draconic-esque creatures. So, I was like, come on, it's gotta be Feraligatr. Okay, then we got the Megas here. Mega Steelix. I love Mega Steelix. Mega Steelix, freaking awesome! Then we got legendaries. Lugia. Lugia is probably like my favorite legendary of all time. I would say Lugia, Giratina, and then the Tau trio, which is the black and white trio. Those are like my 3 favorites. Or like technically 5. Those are my 5 favorite legendaries. And then once they release the... I can't wait till they release like the original dragon or the origin dragon. Because that's going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait for that. Like, Nintendo and Pokemon, they've been slacking recently, don't get me wrong. But my hopes are high for the next Gen 5 remake, which, in my opinion, I think is gonna be the next game, the next Pokemon game. I think the next Pokemon game is gonna be a Gen 5, like either a Gen 5 remake or a Gen 5 sequel or iteration. But next up we got Gen 3. Arguably probably like the best gen. I would say Gen 5, Gen 3 are like probably the best gens. Like, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, the starter lineup for Gen 3 is fantastic. The legendaries are fantastic. The story is amazing. So I can see why people like Gen 3 a lot. I would say that Gen 3 has like the best starter lineup ever. Like with Blaziken, Sceptile, and Swampert. Those three are like freaking fantastic. Like, they are awesome. Yeah. First off, we're starting with normal. I'd probably say Zangoose on this one. That or maybe Swellow, but I'd probably say Zangoose. Yeah, Zangoose is cool. Yeah, I'll stick to that. Zangoose is nice. Okay, then we got Fire. I like the Turtle. Torkoal is really nice. I like Torkoal. Then we got Water. Ooh. Okay, I love Wailord. Wailord is freaking awesome. But Swampert and Sharpedo are also super cool. And Crawdaunt. Oh my god, I love Crawdaunt. Crawdaunt is so cool. I think I'm going for Wailord though. My boy. My big old boy. My lad. Yeah. Going Wailord for that one. And then we got Grass. Oh, you don't mess with Ludicolo. I love Ludicolo. I'd say Ludicolo or Sceptile. One of the two. I think I'll go Sceptile though. Sceptile's dope. And for Electric, I'm honestly not that big of a fan of Manectric, purely because of the Pyramid Head. The triangle head. I honestly don't like it. I love its Mega. I love its Mega. Its Mega looks freaking fantastic. But I just think like its base form is just like it's kind of weird in my opinion. Yeah, I think I like Electrike more than Manectric. And then for Ice, I love Glalie. Without a shadow of a doubt. Shadow of a doubt, Glalie, 100%. I freaking love Glalie, especially its Mega. Glalie is so freaking cool to me. I love Glalie. Then we got Fighting. For this, I'd probably say Blaziken. Good old Fire Chicken. Blaziken's cool. It's unfortunate though that for like what, 4 gens in a row? 3 gens, 4 gens, something along those lines? It was 3. Gen 4, no, it was Gen 3, then 4, then 5. So yeah, for 3 generations, they put firefighting. So I don't know why they did that for the starters, but hey, they just did it. They could have done something else entirely, but they didn't, but whatever. Then we got Poison. Yeah, I'd say Survivor. Survivor's cool. I like the Sneck. Okay, then we got Ground here. For this, I'm putting Swampert. For this, I'm putting Swampert. Swampert is... yeah. Yeah, it's Swampert, without a shadow of a doubt. Swampert's freaking dope. Who doesn't like Swampert? Like, come on. You're lying if you don't like Swampert. I'm not saying you have to, like, love him. But you gotta at least like him a little bit, you know? Come on, it's Swampert, you know? Come on, even like a little Mudkip and Marshtomp. So cute. Alright, next up we got Flying. They have Shadow Lugia in this? I didn't know they had Shadow Lugia. Hold on. Okay, so they're also in the Psychic tag category. Words are hard. Man, I did not know they had freaking Shadow Lugia in this. That makes me want to skip over to the Legends real quick. Yeah, out of these, definitely Shadow Lugia. Without a shadow of a doubt, Shadow Lugia. Shadow Lugia is freaking awesome. That's such an easy pick for me. Okay, but back to this. Since I wanted to get that established so that way I don't like double up on like Pokemon or whatnot. But for this... oh, Ninjask is here. I might put Ninjask. Do I want... it's either Ninjask, Salamence, or Altaria. One of the 3. Like I said before, Swell is cool, but it's like not as cool as the others. I'm not that big of a fan of Salamence. I like Salamence, but they just get overshadowed by so many other things, especially other dragons. I think what I'll do... I think I'm going to skip the flying category for now, and then we'll go through bug and dragon, and then we'll come back to this. So we'll go on to psychic. What is here? Metagross. Metagross. Metagross is cool. I like Metagross. And then we got the bugs. Oh, for bugs, yeah, Shedinja. Yeah, easily Shedinja. I love Shedinja. I love ghost types. Shedinja's so cool. Plus their like gimmick is like so unique from everything else. It's really one of a kind. It's awesome. Okay, then we got rock. Aggron. I freaking love Aggron. I'm talking about it like I was talking about this earlier, like the Juggernaut look and aspect. Aggron as well as Mega Aggron, so cool. I freaking love them. They're so awesome. Bayonet is very cool. I really like Bayonet, especially its Mega. But Sablei's taking the cake. Sableye, yeah, little gremlin. So cute. Yeah, little gym gremlin. Yeah, I'd definitely say it's Sableye. Sablei's dope. Who knows, maybe Dark type will change that. I don't know though. It will go back into something. I don't know. We'll see about dragons here. Yeah, I'd say Rayquaza. Rayquaza's freaking awesome. Like, again, Gen 3 probably has like one of the best legendary lineups as well. Like with Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre. Like, they're freaking awesome. I think I'm gonna go Crawdon here. I really like Crawdon. Just a big meaty claws. Yeah, I like Crawdon. On that note, we'll go back to flying. I think for flying, I'll put Salamence. Why not? I'll put Salamence. Sure, why not? Then we're on to Steel. Okay, what was in the rock category? Because I might change something. Or I might not. I don't know. For Mawile, I'm not too big a fan of Mawile, but I do really like Mega Mawile. There's so many Megas that just made so many other Pokemon just infinitely better. And Mawile and Bayonet are like two of those, in my opinion. The best way to do this is put Mawile here, and then put Gardevoir here. So that way we just get best of all worlds. Yeah, that works for me. That works. Okay, then we got favorite starter. I did not play any of like the original Gen 3 games, so I didn't play Ruby, Emerald, or Sapphire, but I did play Omega Ruby. In Omega Ruby, I picked Sceptile. So I think I'd pick Sceptile for this. Plus their Mega's freaking cool as well. All their Megas are cool. They're so cool. Megas are freaking awesome. Speaking of which, out of all of these, I think it's either Glalie or Aggron. I think I'm going to pick Aggron for it, though. Yeah, I think we'll go Aggron. Aggron's so cool. Again, like, I love the Juggernaut aesthetic. It's so cool to me. Next up, we got Gen 4 and normals. Munchlax. I was looking at Staraptor, and I was like, I could put Staraptor in the flying one, but what else would I put in this one then? Munchlax. I honestly love Munchlax. Munchlax is so cute. I love Munchlax. Mans. Especially in like which Pokemon movie was it? It was the one with Deoxys and Rayquaza, whatever that was. He's like, little Munchlax is so cute. I freaking love Munchlax. Next up, we got Fire. Out of these, Rotom Heat. I was never really that big a fan of Infernape, personally. And between the rest of them, definitely Rotom Heat. So yeah. And next up, we got Water. For me, this is either Empoleon or Gastrodon. I think I'm going to pick Empoleon. Empoleon's freaking dope. I love Empoleon. And then for Grass... Okay, well, we know what we got to pick here. We know what we got to pick here, lads. Like, come on. Like, come on. Come on. I mean, freaking look at me. Freaking look at me. I mean, come on. Come on. You're going to expect anything different? Like, come on. Come on. It's like, it's got to be me, you know? It's got to be me, you know? It's gonna be me. Alright, so yeah, Leafeon. So like without a shadow of doubt, just Leafeon. And then we got Electrics. As I said before, Electivire is super cool. But Luxray is also super cool. I also really like Pachirisu. I would say that Pachirisu is probably one of my favorite Pikachu clones. But does it beat out Luxray? I really like Luxray. Not nearly as much as other people. As I think like, oh yeah, Luxray's cool. But I know other people like freaking love and adore Luxray. I just wish they gave them more. Because like they're not that competitively viable. Then they're not dark type. That's such a missed opportunity. They should have made it dark type. They really should have. But I think I'd go for... It's between Luxray, Pachirisu, or Electivire, as I said. And it sucks because all three of them are mono-electric, so I can only pick one. I'll go for Luxray. Why not? I'll go for Luxray. Why not? Luxray's freaking dope. I love the color palette. I love like their aesthetic, their look. They're freaking awesome. Why not? And then we got Ice. I would say Abomasnow. I really like Abomasnow. Again, like that Juggernaut feeling, like aesthetic, as well as its Mega, is so freaking cool. I love Mega Abomasnow. A Mega Abomasnow is so cool. Then we got Fighting. I said before that I'm not too attached to Lucario. So for this, I'm going to pick Croagunk. I like Croagunk a lot. I think Croagunk is cool. And then we got Poison. I also wasn't really that attached to Drapion. So I feel the urge to pick Croagunk on this one as well. But I also don't want to double up. So I think what I'll do is put Lucario in the Fighting. And the Croagunk in the Poison. And then let's move on over to Steel real quick. What's in Steel? 100% Bastiodon. I love Bastiodon. I love Gliscor. I love Garchomp. And I love Torterra. Because we have Leafeon on the grass, I'm going to put Torterra here. And then we can get to the others in a bit. For flying. Oh, I forgot Drifloon here. Okay. Okay. So, I used to be kind of on the fence about Drifloon. They were like okay to me, but they weren't like my favorite. But recently they like really grew onto me. And I really like Drifloon now. So I want to pick Drifloon so bad. But there's also Staraptor. And Staraptor is probably like one of my favorite flying types ever. And then there's also Gliscor. I think what I'm going to do is for this, I think I'm going to pick Staraptor. Then we'll get on to the others later. Now for Psychic. I really do like the trio. They're also kind of like based off of like Zelda as well, which I do really like. But out of these, it's probably between Bronzong and Uxie. I think I'm going to pick Uxie though. I really like Uxie's design. Yeah, Uxie's definitely my favorite out of the three of these, so I think I'd say Uxie. And then we got Bugs. Okay, Kricketune for the meme is so good. Alright, Kricketune probably has like one of the most iconic cries in all of Pokemon. That and probably the Regis have like the most iconic cries in all of Pokemon. But it's either between them or Yanmega. I'm going Kricketune. Just for the meme. I love Kricketune. Kricketune's dope. And then we got Rocks. Okay, we already have Bastiodon here. So I'm going to go Rampardos. I freaking love Rampardos. I do like Rampardos a little bit more than Bastiodon. But I still think Bastiodon is cool. But Rampardos is so awesome. I just wish they'd give it like a little bit more speed. A little bit more speed or a little bit more HP. One of the two. Just one. Please. Like bump its speed up to like maybe 75 or something. Like please. I beg of thee. I want my boy to be good. Alright, then we got Ghosts. Oh yeah, Garantina. Nice. For this, I'm going to pick Drifbloom though. For this, I'm going to pick Drifloon. I'm going to save Giratina for like the legendary slot, most likely. Yeah. Yeah, I really like Drifloon. Drifloon has like a little special place in my heart. I like Drifloon. And then we got Dragons. Garchomp. Hey, they also have the Primal Dialga here. That's interesting. From... I forget which game it's from. Oh, it's from Mystery Dungeon game. I forget which one, though. But yeah, for this, I'd say Garchomp. Garchomp's probably like my top 3 favorite dragons. So, yeah. And then we got Darks. For Darks... For Dark, I'd probably say Spiritomb. Spiritomb's super cool. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait until they like make a like unleashed version of it. It's like because like the lore behind Spiritomb is that it's like kind of like encased or like locked into like this little like rock thing or whatever. And it's like a bunch of like different like souls conjured around this like evil spirit or whatnot. I really hope that they do at some point, or what they do at some point is make like an unleashed version. I've seen like some stuff on the interwebs where like someone made like an unleashed version, like fan art piece of it, and it looks super cool. Yeah, but I hope they do some a little bit more of Spiritomb. Yeah, but next we got fairies. Yeah, definitely Togekiss. Togekiss is cool. I really like Togekiss. They're cute. They're awesome. Very competitively viable. They're freaking dope. All around good. Yeah, nothing wrong to say about it. They're just good. Simple as that. And then we got favorite starter. For Gen 4, I'm a Torterra guy. I love Torterra. Torterra is so cool. I love You can see I like turtles. I like turtles. But yeah, Torterra for sure is my favorite starter in Gen 4. And then after that, I'd say Empoleon. And then Infernape last. But yeah, definitely Torterra. Without a shadow of a doubt. And then we got favorite gimmicks. I like base Garchomp more than Mega Garchomp, actually. Not only for like design-wise, but also in like actual like battling. Purely because regular Garchomp's faster than Mega Garchomp. And I'm one who very much prefers speed as more than anything. But from all of these, I'd say Mega Bombsnow. Again, like that Juggernaut style aesthetic and look. I just like love about him. And then we got favorite legendary. Yeah, easily Giratina. I freaking love Giratina. Like, it mixes 2 of my most favorite typings in one. I love that. It's so awesome. Plus, it just looks freaking awesome. It's just awesome. Yeah. And now, we're getting on to my favorite gen. Gen 5. I'm so excited for this. Alright, so for normal types, I really like Braviary a lot. Braviary is freaking awesome. Freaking America bird. Yeah, Braviary is freaking wicked. I freaking love Braviary. Now, if there's something else in the flying category, then I'll put that in. But if there's not, then I'll probably put Braviary in the flying category and then something else in the normal category. But for now, they're sitting pretty in the normal category because they're freaking pretty and they're freaking awesome. Next, we got Fires. Don't get me wrong, I do like Simisear. But you freaking crazy if you saying anything else besides Volcarona. Volcarona is freaking awesome. Next up, we got Water. For this, Samurott. Samurott's freaking dope. Samurott's awesome. Now, granted, they don't have like competitive viability with their stats and whatnot. But they're freaking awesome. Samurott's so cool. I love Samurott. And Oshawott and Duat are so cool too. But yeah, Samurott's just freaking awesome. And then we got, next up we got Grass type. Superior. Superior's freaking amazing. I'd say Superior is probably like one of the best starters ever. Superior's freaking amazing. Superior's awesome. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm also very partial to Swadloon and Maractus. I like both of them. Little cozy buddy and little dancy boy. Dancy lad. But without a shadow of doubt, it's Superior. Superior is so freaking cool. I would say Galvantula and Jolteon are like my 2 favorite electric types ever. And between all of Kyurem's forms, I would definitely say I like Kyurem Black more. I do like electric stuff. I'm like way more partial to electricity and whatnot. So that, and plus I like the color black, or the shade black more than the shade white. So there's also that. Except we got fighting. I really like Minxiao. Minxiao's super cool. I like Minxiao. Very elegant, cool. Freaking cool. Dope. Then we got Poison. I said this earlier. Scolipede. Oh. I said this earlier. Scolipede. Without a shadow of a doubt, Scolipede. Scolipede's so freaking cool. They're so freaking awesome. They're strong. They got speed boost, which is freaking amazing. It's freaking awesome. Except we got ground. Crocodile. Yeah, easily easily Crocodile. Without a shadow of doubt, Crocodile is so cool. I like Crocodile. Okay. And then we're on to flying types. Ooh, okay, yeah, there's a lot of flying types that I forgot about. So yeah, I was talking about like this with Braviary. I love Braviary so much, but I'm honestly glad I put Braviary in the normal category. Because I love Archeops. Archeops is so cool. I remember when I was like in, it was like maybe 3rd grade. We had to do like a paper on Archaeopteryx. And it's like all that we had was a picture of like an Archaeopteryx. But I was such a nerd about dinosaurs that it's like not only did I already know stuff about this dinosaur, but I based all of my information off of the picture. And I got the best grade in the entire class, and people were like applauding me and like praising me for like all of like the insane stuff I did. Like even like most of the teachers like didn't even know the crap that I put in the paper, but it's like that, wow, this kid really knows about dinosaurs. Wow. It's like, yeah, I love dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are freaking dope. Yeah, Archaeopteryx is amazing. Archaeopteryx, Archeops is amazing. They're both amazing. Yeah, now we got Psychic. I love Reuniclus. Reuniclus is my little boy. My little squishy, gelatinous little bud. So cute. I love him. Then we got bugs. Okay, I already put my 3 favorite bugs here, aka Volcarona, Scolipede, and Galvantula. So, gonna put a little cozy boy, Swadloon. I like Swadloon, little cozy boy, just vibing. Just, I love him, he's just chilling. He's got little blankies, so cute. Just chilling. Alright, next up we got Rock. Ooh. I really like Roggenrola. I'd say it's, I don't know, usually when I am picking a favorite, I usually like automatically lean towards the final evolution. Granted, very specific circumstances. But like majority of the time, I lean towards like the final evolution. But I really like Roggenrola. I think I pick Roggenrola over everything. Because don't get me wrong, a Boldore and Gigalith are freaking amazing. They're freaking awesome. But I really like Roggenrola. They're so cute. They're so cute in my opinion. So cute. I love them. Just a little rock bud. You're my little boy. Just a little guy, you know? Just a little guy. Just a little guy. And then we got ghost types. For this, I'd say Chandelure. Chandelure. Yeah, Chandelure. You gotta pronounce it right. Chandelure. Yeah, I'd definitely say Chandelure. Here's the thing. I love every single one of these. But clearly, I have to pick one. And it's Haxorus. I freaking love Haxorus. Haxorus is my favorite dragon. Haxorus is so freaking cool. Granted, I will say, Hydreigon is a very, 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 very close second. But Haxorus takes the cake. Haxorus is so freaking cool in my opinion. I love Haxorus. Speaking of Hydreigon, I love Hydreigon. Now don't get me wrong, I also really love Zoroark. I love both Zoroark's forms. I'd say both Zoroarks are my favorite. I'd say Zoroark is probably like my favorite dark. And then I'd say, I'd I'd probably say Hisuian Zorgor is my favorite normal slash ghost. It's probably my favorite normal, yeah. But I can only pick one. And seeing as how I couldn't pick Hydreigon for this, for the dragons, I'm picking them for this. So yeah. And I have no qualms with that, because I freaking love both of these buds. I freaking love them all. They're so cool, they're so awesome. I love them. I think I like Excavalier more. I like them just a tad bit more, just a tad. Yeah, for this, Whimsicott. Whimsicott's super cute. They're fluffy, fast, cute. Why not? Plus, like with the little green like swirls at the side of the head, they like little horns, so it makes it look like a little sheb. So cute. Okay, then we got favorite starter. For this, I'd say Superior. Yeah, it's just so cool. Little snack. Superior's awesome. Yeah, you can see that I like grass types. Yeah, grass types are dope. I'd say like most of my favorite starters are gonna be grass type. Not all, granted, as you can see, but I'd say most. Okay, then we got wait, those are the only two megas in Gen 5? Huh. Well, no, actually, there's only one mega, and that's Audino, and then there's Gigantamax, which is Garbodor. But between the two, I'd say Audino. Mega Audino's cute. I like what they did with it. I'm really glad that they added the fairy type to it as well, which is really nice. I stated before, I love the Tao Trio. However, I love Victini. Victini, without a shadow of doubt, is my favorite mythical. Honestly, out of all the Furfroos, I like the base Furfrou. I just like base Furfrou. Base Furfrou just looks the best in my opinion. But we're not talking about Furfrou because I like, God, what's his name? What's their name? I forget what their name is. Heliolisk. Yes, I freaking love Heliolisk. Heliolisk is so cool. I like him a lot. I freaking love Mega Charizard Y. I also really love Primal Groudon. But it's between Delphox and Talonflame. I think what I'm going to do is pick Talonflame for now. And then we'll see what the other types show. And then we'll change things accordingly. But next up, we got Water. Between this, I'm not too big a fan of Greninja. I don't hate them, granted. I don't dislike them. They're cool. But they were never really my favorite. They're kind of in like the same category as like Lucario. It's like they're cool, but they ain't like cool, you know? At least not to me. So for that, I'm picking this guy. Klotzer. Yeah, Klotzer, in my opinion, is super cool. I really like Klotzer. I like him way more than Little Frog. Ooh, I really like Trevenant a lot. Gogoat's super cool as well. Same thing for Chestnut. But I don't know if I'd put Chestnut on this. Now, when I did play X and Y, or X rather, I did pick Chestnut as my starter. Because at the time they were my favorite. And they probably still are my favorite. I like all three of the Gen 6 starters. But I don't know. But like in comparison to Gogoat and Trevenant, it's a little difficult. I'm not really counting the megas because they're kind of like in their own category. I'm saving them for like the gimmick form thing, you know? So kind of keeping that over there. But I think I also really like Pumpkaboo. I'm not that big of a fan of Gourgeist, but I really like Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo's super cute. But I think I'd pick Trevenant here. Yeah, I think I'd pick Trevenant. Trevenant's super cool. Yeah, I really like the Ghost Grass typing. It's super dope. Now we got electric types. Oh yeah, all like the different Pikachu ones. That's cool. Forgot about that. There's also Dedenne. See, Mega Manectric looks so cool. Mega Manectric is freaking awesome in comparison to its base form. But for this, I'd say out of all these, if we're not counting the Megas, even if we are counting the Megas, I'd probably still say Heliolisk. So for that, I am going to change this into Furfrou. Because I do really like Furfrou's base form a lot. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Next we got Ice. Yeah, Coffee Table. I really like the Coffee Table. Coffee Table's good. Yeah, a little Bergmite and then Avalugg. Super dope. Now, for including Megas, that's super difficult because I love both of these Pokemon so much. I love both of these Megas so much. I'd say, if it's just the Pokemon, I'd say Glalie. But if we're saying just the Megas, it's a bit more difficult. I'd probably be a little bit more lenient towards Glalie, but still a difficult decision if it's just those two against each other. But it's not, so we're going Avalugg. Avalugg's dope. I like Avalugg. Alright, next up we got Fighting. When it comes to Hawlucha, I wasn't really that big of a fan of him when I first saw him. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Kind of weird, but okay. But they started to grow on me. I like Hawlucha now. Not enough for me to pick them in this, but they're still cool. I think I will pick Chestnut for this though, because I was talking about them earlier in the grass section. I do like Chestnut, so I think I'll put them in here. Yeah. Alright, next up we got Poison. Seeing as how these three are Megas and I'm not really counting Megas right now, Dragalge. I do really like Dragalge. Dragalge's dope. For this I'm putting Primal Groudon. I love Primal Groudon. I have like a little toy of Primal Groudon. I think was it from McDonald's? Did I get it from McDonald's? I don't know. I have that like toy. It's so cool. I play with it sometimes. I still play with my little Pokemon toys. Yeah. Man, if you're a grown adult and you don't still play with like toys or like Legos or something, you're living a sad life. Come on. Come on. Have some like entertainment in your life. Like, come on. Come on. Where's the fun? Okay, for Psychic, definitely without a shadow of doubt. Meowstic, male form. I really like it. It's super cool. I like it a lot. So that being said, I think what I'm going to do is put Talonflame here, and then put Delphox here. Because I do really like both. Now we got bug types. Spupa's cute. I like Spupa. Do I just say screw it and put one of these lads in? I think I do, because I really like Mega Pinsir. I was so happy that they gave Mega Pinsir, or that they gave Pinsir a Mega. I was so happy. I'm so glad they gave him love. I love Mega Pinsir. So cool. Then we got Rock. Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum's freaking awesome. I love dinosaurs. So cool. I want them to make a Spinosaurus at some point. Maybe like an electric rock Spinosaurus. I feel like that'd be freaking awesome. But now we got Ghost. I love Aegislash. Aegislash is freaking awesome. I really want them to at some point make a regional variant where it's like a different type of sword. It's like maybe a katana, or I don't know. Oh, a spear would be cool. I just now thought of that. A spear would be awesome. Yeah, maybe if they do something in like, maybe they make a region in like Greece or Rome, they make one a spear. That'd be freaking sick. That or one of those gladiator swords. Is it called a gladius? I think it's called a gladius. I don't know. That'd be freaking cool though. That'd be awesome. I'm also very knowledgeable about weapons, if you didn't know. I really like weapons a lot. Medieval weaponry. But yeah. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Alright, next up, dragons. If we're not counting the Megas, definitely Noivern. Noivern is so freaking cool. Noivern is probably like top 4. I would say Haxorus, then Hydreigon, then then Garchomp, and then Noivern. Noivern's just so cool. Okay, next we got Dark. Yeah, I'd go Yveltal. Yveltal's so cool. He's freaking awesome. He's like the dark version of Lugia. aside from Shadow Lugia, but you know what I mean. Yeah, they're freaking awesome. Okay, then we got Steel. For Steel, if we're not counting the Megas, I put Aegislash again. So I'm going to do that, but let's go back to see what Ghost here has. I could put Pumpkaboo. The Pumpkaboo. Well, what's in grass? Because I might put Trevenant there. What's in grass? Again. It's Go-Goat. I think I like Pumpkaboo just a tad more. Just a tad. So I'm going to put a little Pumpkaboo there. So cute. Little Pumpkaboo. The Pumpkaboo. Okay, now I got Fairy. For all of these, I'd probably say Xerneas. I'd say Xerneas or Sylveon, but I like Xerneas a bit more. Just a tad. Yeah, I'd go Xerneas on this one. And then for favorite starter in this gen. For this, I would say Chesdot. I started off with a Chesdot in Pokemon X. I really like Chesdot, so like they got a little bit of nostalgia for me. Yeah, I'd say Chesdot, yeah. Then we got Gimmick Form. Now this is pretty much just all of the Megas, which is super difficult. Listen, I want to put one of these guys here, but I already put these guys here, so I'm not gonna put one of these guys here. So out of all of the Megas, I would say, if we're going for something that's not out of these, it's definitely Mega Glalie or Mega Aerodactyl. I'm going Mega Aerodactyl. Mega Aerodactyl's dope. And then out of these legendaries here, I'll go Mega Rayquaza. Mega Rayquaza's dope. Alright, normal types. I really like Silvally. Silvally is super cool. I really like their design. I would say it's either between them. I'd say it's either between them or Drampa. But I'd say Silvally. Silvally's cool. Alright, next up, Fire. I was never a fan of Incineroar. I was never a fan of them. I'm just not. They're just like, eh, to me. I like Litten. I like Torracat. Incineroar is just like, eh. Just eh, you know? So just not that big of a fan. So I'm gonna go with Salazzle. I like Salazzle. Salazzle's cool. Plus its corrosive ability is really nice. And it's like it's the only... It was the first fire poison. And I think it's still the only fire poison, which is super cool. Yeah. Now we got Water. I also am not too big a fan of Primarina. I don't hate Primarina, but I'm not too big a fan of it. But out of all of these, I freaking love Wishiwashi. Wishiwashi is so cool. Especially its school form this. It's so awesome. It's so strong as well. Its stats are freaking amazing. Like, all of its stats are like 130 to 150. Except for its speed. But it's like, the fact that all of its other stats are that high is like, it doesn't even need it. Which is freaking awesome. Favorite grass? Decidueye. Easily. Decidueye is awesome. I love Decidueye. It's my favorite starter from this gen, as well as just freaking awesome. You know what? Matter of fact, it's not even a competition. I'm just going to put Decidueye over here because they're freaking amazing. Now I got favorite electric. I really do like Zeraora and Xurkitree. I do like Vikavolt, but I've always liked Galvantula way more, so they kind of got like overshadowed because of that. But I think I'm gonna pick Zeraora. I like Zeraora a lot. They're really cool. Okay, then we got Ice. Sandslash. 100% Sandslash. Alolan Sandslash. They're freaking awesome. I mentioned this before when I was talking about the other Sandslash. Alolan Sandslash is freaking amazing. I love Alolan Sandslash. For fighting, Como. Como is freaking dope. I really like Como. Like, they're just all around good design. Freaking dope. Especially with their... I'm pretty sure they have two signature moves. They have Clangorous Soul and then Clangorous Scales. Which both are super good moves for it. So yeah. Then we got Poison. I would say Salazzle again. Actually, what's on fire? I think I'll put Naganadel here. Naganadel really cool. I'd say Naganadel and Xurkitree are my two favorite Ultra Beasts. Yeah. So now we got Ground. I wasn't that big of a fan of the Sandcastle, but now I'm a really big fan of the Sandcastle. I became a Sandcastle fan. Sandcastle's so cool. Yeah, you don't mess with Sandcastle. Ooh. I say Rowlet. Rowlet, my little ball bird. So cute. I like them. I'd say that they're my favorite flying. Out of all of these, anyways. Yeah, Rowlet's super cute. I love him. I'd say Necrozma. Whatever this form is called. Is that this Necrozma form is so cool. It's so awesome. For this, I'd probably say Golisopod. Golisopod's really cool. I like the samurai-esque armor it's got, as well as like it's kind of got that Juggernaut vibe to it. Not nearly as much as something like Abomasnow or Nidoking, but it's still there, you know. It's still really cool. Okay, and now we got the rock types. It's definitely Lycanroc without a shadow of doubt. Question is which form. I really like all the forms. I think overall, though, I think I'd still say Midnight, personally. I'd still say Midnight form. I do really like it a lot. I like the dark look of it, like the evil aesthetic. I really like that. So yeah, I'd say Midnight form. And then for ghosts, I'll be honest, Mimikyu is kind of in the same boat as like Lucario and the others, as I've said. Like, they're cool, but they're not, you know, like cool to me. Like, they're alright. And I would pick Decidueye again, but I don't want to put so many of the same thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Marowak. I love the green. I love green fire. I love the color green. Plus, Alolan Marowak is just cool. I like the spin that they did on it. It's really nice. It's freaking awesome. I think I'd say Zygarde 100% makes sense. Yeah, I'd say that's probably my favorite. My favorite out of these, because I don't want to double up on Kommo. So yeah, that makes sense in my mind. And now we got the Darks. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Incineroar. Guzzlord is so goofy. I don't care for it. Out of these, I'd probably say the Ash Greninja, but at the same time, it's also gimmicky, and I don't... It's got anime. I like what they did, but I also dislike what they did. I like it in some aspects, but in others not. So I'm going Muck. Muck. Good old Muck. I'm gonna go with a Alolan Muck. 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 Next we got Steels. Alolan Sandslash again. Alolan Sandslash is dope. The fact that I'm putting Alolan Sandslash here, I'm gonna change it from here. I'm gonna put Alolan Ninetales, because Alolan Ninetales is beautiful. They're so beautiful. I really like Alolan Ninetales. I say Alolan Sandslash is my favorite Alolan variant, and then after that I'd say Alolan Ninetales is my second favorite. But both are really dope. I like them both a lot. And then we got Fairy. I do like Comfey. Comfey's cool. But we also have the Tapus. Okay, what else is in Ice? Just Crabominable, okay. What else is in Steel? We got He-Man Dark Trios. Nah, I'm keeping those the way they are. Okay, so... I would say out of all of these, I'd probably still say... I'd say Comfey. Comfey's cute. I like Comfey. They're super strong competitively, which is probably like the main reason why I like them more, or like got into liking them more. So yeah, they're cute. I like them. They're cool. They're chill. Okay. Then favorite gimmick form out of all of these. Yeah. Alolan Sandslash, easily. Although I don't want to double up on stuff, but yeah, screw it. It's still my favorite. But I'd say out of all these, I'd say Lunala. They're freaking dope. I like them a lot. Okay, now we're on to Gen 8. Probably one of the worst gens ever. The last 2 gens are definitely the worst gens ever created. Not because of the Pokemon, but because of everything else. The Pokemon are a little bit because of it, but still. Normal type, easily. Hisuian Zoroark, without a shadow of a doubt. I love Hisuian Zoroark. I love Zoroark, period. Zoroark is dope. I'm even playing in a D&D campaign where my character is based off of Hisuian Zoroark. It's freaking dope. They're a rogue, and she's gonna be a Arcane Trickster. It's freaking awesome. But yeah, definitely Hisuian Zoroark is definitely my play for a normal type. Centiskorch's Dynamax is based off of, like, the Omukade, and I love that legend in, like, Japanese lore. It's so cool. But I pick a Typhlosion on this one. Hisuian Typhlosion is freaking awesome. I love it. Typhlosion is dope, and they made it even better with this. So yeah. I do like Kingler, or Gigantamax Kingler. I think they're super cool. But I'd say out of all of these, Hisuian Samurott, for sure. Yeah. Next up for grass. Appleton. Appleton's so cute. I love Appleton. My little apple bud. So cute. I wish they did something different for Flapple and Appleton's Gigantamax forms. I wish they didn't do the same thing, because it's just kind of like lazy, in my opinion. But I still like Appleton. So cute. I like him a lot. Okay, then we got Electric. Pincurchin. Easily Pincurchin. Pincurchin. Shadow of a doubt. Pincurchin. Easily. Easily Pincurchin. Also, I absolutely love that they added in the new Reggies. Regidrago and Regieleki. They're freaking amazing. Regieleki's probably like my favorite Reggie now. But for this, still Pincurchin. I love Pincurchin. Love Pincurchin, so cute. Now we got Ice. I despise the quote-unquote fossil mons that they put in this generation. They're just absolute abominations. I dislike them. Especially with, like, the lore and whatnot. It's so bad. They should have just, like, made the generic... They should have just done, like, the regular thing. Like, they were halfway there. And then they just decided to not do it. It sucks. Now I know what the popular answer is out of all of these. Little Snom here. I'm a big Avalok, though. I like Hisuian Avalok. I think it's cool. Don't get me wrong, I like Snom. I'm not crazy about Snom, though. Snom's cute. But I'm a Joltik guy, you know? I like Joltik. Joltik, so cute. I like them more. And I also like Pincurchin more. I like Stom's okay, but I like Pincurchin more, and then I like Joltik even more than them. So, yeah. That's just my opinion. And then we got fighting types. My little lads, Phalanx. I love them. So cute. So dope. But yeah, out of all of these, I definitely say Phalanx. And I also really like what they were doing with the legendary birds. Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. I really like what they did with them. They look super dope in their new forms. Yeah, let's go on to Poison now. Toxtricity. Toxtricity is super cool. Yeah, it's super awesome, especially its Gigantamax. Like freaking guitar and whatnot, just slams it on the ground and whatnot. Super cool. I like it a lot. And we got Ground. I really do like Cofagrigus, and by proxy, I also really like Runerigus. Runerigus is super cool. Granted, I kinda wish they didn't go ground, but it was either that or rock, and I don't know. I'm a little iffy on it, but at the same time, it's like, what else are they gonna do? You know, what else are they gonna do for it? So yeah. Yeah, but overall, I still think they're super cool. I like them a lot. Okay, then we got... I forgot this thing existed. The freaking Cramorant with the Pikachu in its mouth. So freaking weird. Alright, favorite flying type? I used to not be that big of a fan of Corviknight because I have this thing where it's like, oh yeah, the popular thing is like, okay, I'm not that big of a fan of the popular things. So like for example, it's like, oh yeah, Pikachu is like super popular. It's like, okay, well Pikachu's kind of enemy. I like Pikachu, but like Pikachu's kind of enemy. Corviknight was the same exact way. It's like, oh yeah, everyone loved Corviknight. It was like, they're alright to me. They're cool, but that's about it. They're just like, yeah, that's about it. It's just like very like monotone, just like stoic and whatnot. Just like, yeah, they're there. They're alright. But I started to like them a bit more. Yeah. So yeah, definitely out of all of these, Corviknight and Galarian Moltres are super cool, in my opinion. But yeah, I'd say Corviknight for this. Next we got Psychic. For this, I think I would say Hisuian Braviary. Like I said before, I really like Braviary, and Hisuian Braviary is also really cool. Plus, it's got a really cool move. I forget exactly what it does, but it's super strong. Super good. And then for bug types, ooh, there's... Okay, so it's either Cleavor or Gigantamax Centiskorch, Yomukade. I would say Centiskorch. Gigantamax Centiskorch. It's just super cool. I love like the folklore that's based off of. It's super cool in my opinion. I like it a lot. So yeah. Then we got Rock. For Rock, I'm gonna say Arcanine. I'm not. It's all right. I definitely like regular Arcanines, like Cantonian Arcanine more. But I do still like it a lot. It's still super cool. So yeah, definitely putting it for Rock. Okay, then we got Ghost types. Now, I would put Hisuian Zoroark on this again, but we already have him on the normal, and I'm trying to avoid doubling up on things. So, instead, I'm going to put Galarian Corsola. I really like Galarian Corsola. I do also like Cursula, but I like Galarian Corsola a little bit more. And Dragapult, I like Dragapult, don't get me wrong, but the fact that they're Ghost Dragon kind of made me, seems like, oh yeah, they're competing for Giratina. And Giratina's way better in my opinion. So yeah. But yeah, definitely Galarian Corsola for this. Okay. And then we have Dragon types. For this I want to put Appleton. But I might not. What's the other grass ones here? Yeah, Appleton's staying there. Not too many ones that's, yeah, not really any I'd swap out for there. For this I'd probably put Dragapult. If we're not counting like the legendaries and whatnot, I'd put Dragapult in this section. Yeah, that makes sense in my mind. Then we got Dark. I used to not be that big of a fan of Grimmsnarl, but Grimmsnarl honestly really grew on me, so I'm picking Grimmsnarl. Granted, I don't really like their Gigantamax. I like their base form way more, but I do still like Grimmsnarl now. I think they're really cool, in my opinion. Then we got Steel. Definitely be cool. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put Corviknight in this section. And then for the flying section, I'm gonna put Galarian Moltres. Because Galarian Moltres is freaking awesome. I'd say out of all of the Cantonian bird variants, Moltres is definitely my favorite of those three. They're freaking awesome. Plus their Berserk ability is so good. Yeah, they kind of act like a, at least competitively, they act like a Lugia with like Chesto Resto strategy, which is basically just like rest and then Chesto Berry. It's like just like amp up your stats and then just like sweep from there, and then just like heal and sweep, you know. But yeah, that's why I like them a lot as well, because they like kind of like do the same thing as Lugia, which I like a lot. Okay, and then we got fairy types. I'd put Grimmsnarl here as well, but I already have them here, so I could swap them. I could put Samurai here, but then what would I put for water? This might seem a little crazy, but I'm gonna put Gigantamax Kingler here, because I really like Gigantamax Kingler. I think the TCG made me really like him. So yeah, Gigantamax Kingler there. And then here I'm going to put Samurott, Hisuian Samurott. And then here I'm going to put Grimmsnarl. Because that's just my opinion. And then for starter, oh, these are here. Oh, I'm definitely picking one of them. I'm definitely picking one of these because, like, the Gen 8 starters, they're just so lackluster in my opinion. I'd say out of all the actual Gen 8 starters, Centiskorch, not Centiskorch, Cinderace is definitely my favorite of those. But if we're picking between these, then that's an entirely different story. For this, I pick Hisuian Typhlosion. Because again, they're freaking awesome. I love ghost types, and I think they did amazing job with Typhlosion in this iteration. I really like it. And now for gimmick forms. So this is not only Gigantamax forms, but it's also regional variants and Hisuian forms, which I guess is technically a regional variant, but you get what I mean. And for this, I'm easily picking Hisuian Zoroark. Hisuian Zoroark, again, is so awesome. It's probably like my favorite normal type, and it's definitely one of, not my favorite, but one of my favorite ghost types ever. And then for my favorite legendary from this gen, I'll put Regieleki, sure, why not? When it comes to the dogs, I think they're cool, but I like their like non-equipped forms a little bit more than their equipped forms. I also like these forms as well. Like they're like ultra whatever. They're not like in an official form. They're just like different arts or whatnot. Basically just like amped up, like powered up version of this. But I do like the base forms more than the armored forms. But I do like the amped up armored forms more than the armored forms. But regardless, still Regieleki. I really like Regieleki a lot. So yeah, we're keeping them there. And then last but not least for the generations, we have Gen 9, also a massive dumpster fire, but still, we're going to do this nonetheless. Out of all the normal types, okay, unrelated, but this thing's way too strong, competitively. It's way too strong. It has a move that can hit for stab, as well as terrestrialization makes it hit for 2 times instead of 1.5 times stab, and it hits 10 times. That's insane. They need to do something about that. It's freaking ridiculous. And it's guaranteed to hit those 10 times as well, which is crazy. So yeah. But regardless of that, I'd say Farigiraf. I like Farigiraf. I'm so glad that they gave Girafarig love. And I really like what they did with it. Especially their shiny. I really like their shiny with like the red and whatnot. Even though I'm not that big of a fan of red, I do like red a bit more than orange, so I think it does work really well with it. Next up, we got fire. Yeah, Ceruledge and Armarouge are freaking amazing. But I think for this, I think I'm going to pick Skeledirge. Out of all of the starters, I love Fuecoco, by the way. I love Fuecoco. If I didn't buy the game, because I did not have high hopes for it in the slightest. I saw the trailers. It was like, man, this game's going to be horrible. And granted, it was. It was. So, good on me for guessing on that. So, yeah. But when I saw Fuecoco, I was like, man, that thing's so cute. And it's like, every time I see Fuecoco, I always think of the song, I'm in love with the Coco. So, but yeah, I'd say I was definitely always on Team Fuecoco. And then Sprigatito. It's also super cute as well. I was never a fan of Quaxly though. Wasn't really my cup of tea. Okay, now we're on to water types. Me personally, I always thought of Dondozo of like a lesser version of Wailord, in my opinion. Out of all of the water types though, I'm gonna pick this guy. It's walking something. I forget what it's called. I forget what it's called exactly. But I'm picking this guy. Right, next up for grass types. Definitely Meowscarada. Meowscarada is freaking awesome. I like them. They're super cool. I really like what they did with the design. And I know a lot of people were saying it's like, keep all 4 paws on the ground. Just keep all 4 paws on the ground. It's like, they did great with this. I like the design a lot. I think it's super good. Plus, I really like the grass dark. It's super nice. I like it a lot. Plus, giving it Protean as well for its ability is really nice. They also errated the Protean ability. They changed it a little bit, where it's like instead of your typing changing every single time you use a move, it only changes once the first time you use it. So it's like, that's pretty cool. Good balancing, whatnot. Yeah, I really like Masquerada. Alright. I freaking love Palmy. The Palmy and Palmont line, so freaking cute. I fell in love with this thing. It's so cute. It's so adorable. It's such a cute Pikachu clone. I'd say it's probably like my favorite Pikachu clone. I like Pikachu clones when they don't look like Pikachu clones, you know? So like Meryl, Pachirisu, and this thing to an extent as well. It's like super cute. I love it a lot. I like it a lot. Super cute. Okay, now when I got Ice, Cetitan. I really like Cetitan a lot. I think they're super cool. Again, they're kind of like the ice form of Wailord, which is like makes sense because it's kind of like a narwhal whale thing, but still, they kind of do the same thing, which I like. Okay, now for fighting, I hate Flamingo. Flamingo's so stupid. I don't know. It's literally just a flamingo. There's nothing special about it. It's so sad. I wish they did better with it. On that note, I love Volcarona. So I love this form of it. Yeah, I know the other form's called Iron Moth. I forget exactly what this one's called, but it's super cool. Especially from like fan art. I was like, yeah, this thing's pretty cool. But it's like, after I looked up like fan art of it online, it's like I fell in love with it even more because it's so freaking cute. It's so fluffy and poofy. It's very nice. I like it. The one thing I was weirded out about though is it's like, it looks like it has like a Draconic-esque tail, but like nah, it's just like is the pupa the right word? I don't know. No, it's tails. That it makes sense. It makes sense. All right, now we got Poison. I know everyone's in love with Clodsire, and don't get me wrong, I like Clodsire as well. But I'm gonna go Iron Moth. I really like Volcarona. I like what they did with Iron Moth. My opinion. Most of the future variant Pokemon suck. I would say Iron Moth and Tyranitar's future variants are the only good ones. Off the top of my head, at least. But it's like, those are like really the only 2 good ones. That and the Gallade / Gardevoir thing. I'd say those 3 are like the only good ones. Whereas the primal forms, the primitive forms, all except for like the Magnemite or Magneton one are good. In my opinion. Which is like, it's weird because I didn't even think the Magneton one was a primitive one when I first saw it, but I think it still is. I don't know. One of my friends told me it was not a primitive one, which is like, I don't know, because it's in the listing for the primitive one. I don't know though. I don't know. Or it's like Pokedex order, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. But regardless, I like Iron Moth a lot. So, but who knows? Maybe we'll change it later because it is also steel. Wait, no, it's not. It's fire steel. Yeah, it's fire poison. So, yeah, I don't think that's gonna change. But I'm happy with that choice. I'm happy with that. Okay, and then we got ground. For this, I'm gonna put Clodsire. Clodsire is dope. I like Clodsire. Plus, we have both Clodsire and Quagsire. So yeah, they cool. Yeah. Alright, next up we have Flying. I freaking dislike what they did with this. They should have just did something with Chatot, in my opinion. They shouldn't have made this. They should have done something else with Chatot. That being said, I know I said I like Hydreigon a lot. I freaking love Hydreigon. They kind of threw the ball. or like drop the ball with this, with Iron Lungs. It's like not really anything different. It's really just a Hydreigon, but metallic. It's just lackluster. Granted, it's like, I don't know why they made it flying type either. They made it dark flying, which I don't. It doesn't really make that much sense to me. Especially seeing as how this thing's also dark flying as well. It just doesn't really make much sense to me why they made it that. Yeah, plus it's metal, so it's like, why not make it steel? Right? But yeah. But I was gonna say, it's like, granted, it probably is still my favorite, but I do like the regional bird as well. I forget what it's called, but it is flying electric. Which, aside from Zapdos, I'm pretty sure it's like the first non-legendary off the top of my head at least. So I think I'm gonna pick that. Plus it's really strong as well and really fast. So, and I like fast stuff. So yeah. I liked what they were doing for like the beetle thing. I just don't understand what's with this thing. What is this? Why is it like pink and purple? Why does it look like a psychic orb? It should be poop. It should be dung. Like what's with this? I don't know, it just looks weird to me. It just doesn't. It does not make sense with the anatomy of the real life iteration of what it is, in my opinion. Regardless of that, Armarouge. I was kind of hoping for a bit more when it came to them. I was like, oh yeah, a new spider Pokemon. This is gonna be cool. Nope, that did not happen. Same thing for this thing. Like, they made it Bug Dark. It's like, it looks Steel type. Why not make it Steel type? You know? Like, come on, make it Steel type. So with that being said, I think I'm still gonna put this guy here. Yeah, I'm gonna put them guy. Them guy. I'm gonna put them guy here. That being said, what else is on fighting? We might change that later. I don't know. We'll wait for a little bit. Just a little bit. For rock, I do like Cloth, I do like Garganacl, and I do really like the new Tyranitar form. I forget what it's called. Is it called Iron Sparks? I forget what it's called. But yeah, the Rock Electric is nice. I do really like it a lot. And since I picked Palmy for Electric, I'm going to put him there. Or them there. So yeah. I really like them a lot. They're cool. And then for Ghost, we already picked Skeledirge for the fire, so I'm going to put Ceruledge for the Ghost. I also really hate this thing. Like, what the frick's with this? It's like freaking string cheese. Man, like what the frick were they thinking? So freaking goofy. I do like the Mischievous one though. I really like that. I like what they did with it. Even though it's not too much different, but I still like it. I still like it. Now, I've said before, I'm not that big of a fan of Salamence. Roaring Moon is absolutely awesome though. I love Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon looks so cool. So I think I'm going to pick Roaring Moon here. Don't get me wrong, I do really like the legendaries. I was about to say mechas. I do really like the legendaries. I like Koraidon a little bit more than Miraidon. Not a little bit, I like Koraidon more. I used to be a little iffy about Koraidon. Because I still like them a lot, but it's like, they always reminded me of like something out of Monster Hunter, which I thought was super, super cool. I like that a lot. But then, there's one VTuber named Snuffy who said, it's like, oh yeah, they act like Toothless and whatnot. And it's like, that made me fall in love with them even more because I freaking love How to Train Your Dragon. And it's like, them making that comparison just made me love this Pokemon even more. So it's like, yeah. But yeah, that's why I was like looking over here. It's like, do I want to change that? Do I want to change this to this? So I don't know. We'll probably do that later, but I don't know. I'm waiting until we get to legendaries to like see what we swap up, you know. Next we got Dark. For this, I think I'm gonna put you know what? I'm gonna put Roaring Moon here, and then I'm gonna put Koraidon here, because Koraidon is just so cool in my opinion. And next up we got Steel. All of these are kind of eh. I like the I dislike how the face for this thing is just like it's just like a flat face, and it's just like a screen kinda, and like the trunk isn't actually on the face, it's just like the top, which in my opinion is kind of weird. And when it comes to King Gambit, I like Bishop a little bit more, just a little bit more. But I'd say out of all, it's definitely not String Cheese Man. I do not like String Cheese Man. That and also I wasn't that big of a fan of Tinkaton, but the lore for Tinkaton's so sad. Less so sad, more so barbaric. It's freaking crazy. Like for those who don't know, Tinkaton's hammer is made out of Corviknight. Like they really like kill Corviknights and make those hammers. It's insane. It's actually freaking morbid. But regardless of that, I think I'm gonna pick King Gambit. Yeah. There's also a car here. They just decided to make a car. Which is like, okay, fine. I also think it's funny that it's poison because like the pollution. I forget what it's called though. And then there's also this thing. It's just a worm. I don't know. I don't know. What is this thing? Steel water? Is this thing steel water? No, what the frick is that thing? I don't know what it is. It's clearly steel. I don't know what else it is though. Maybe it's ground, maybe it's rock. It's not ground. Is it rock? It's not rock either. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's steel something. Maybe it's just steel. I don't know. I don't know. But regardless, I'd say King Gambit. Okay. Then we got fairies. For fairies, I like Dash Button, but I'd say the Miss Strevious form. I also really like the this thing, whatever it's called, the Gallade slash Gardevoir future thing. I heard from some people that they said that it was like a fusion between the two, or like a fusion design between two, which kind of makes sense, but I also am not too sure. I do really like it though. Okay, now I'm a little. Now I'm deciding between it and Mischievous' form. You know what? I think I'll go this. I think I'll go this. I think that's cool. Yeah. Wait, is it also dark? Wait, what was the other typing for this thing? There's something else. I know it was something else. Was it fighting? Okay, you know what? Yeah, I think that works. We'll put this thing for fighting, and then we'll put Mischievous for the fairy. Yeah, that works. Why not? Sure, that lines up. Okay, then for favorite starter, I'm gonna put Skeledirge, because Skeledirge is awesome, and I love Fuecoco. I'm not too big a fan of its second evolution, but I like the other two enough that I kind of like overrides that. And I love the whole Sprigatito and Meowscarada line. I freaking hate this line though. I don't know what they were thinking with this thing. I hate it. I really dislike it. I hate it just as much as I do Incineroar. Probably more, honestly. Yeah, I dislike it more than Incineroar. I don't know what they were thinking with it. They should have done something like the one rooster from was it Looney Tunes? They should have done something like that and made it like a bulk like Jack Fighter, or like something like Chicken Hawk from Ben 10. That would have been cool, but no, they did that. They did like a weird belly dancer thing. I don't know, but yeah. And then we got gimmick forms. So there's the 3 Taurus forms. There's Wooper. There's Wiglet. There's Wiglet's evolution, and then there's the Tentacool and Tentacruel forms. Between all of these, I'd probably say, okay, the popular opinion is Wooper, obviously. I do really like Wiglet as well. The Taurus, I like all of them, kinda. But I'll go for the popular opinion. I'd say Wooper. It's cute. Why not? Not Galarian. What's the new region called? No, not Kalos. Kalos is Gen 6. I'm dumb. Palladia, yeah. Palladian Wooper's pretty cute. Why not? Sure. And our favorite legendary? I honestly really like the snail. I like all of these guys. I forget their names exactly, as well as which ones are which, but they're all really cool. Also, another thing about the moose thing. whenever I saw its head, I always thought of like the bowl thing from Kung Fu Panda. Like the like Crane's like bowl thing that he trains on. And like like Po gets like stuck in and like gets like tossed around in. It's always reminded me of that. It's funny to me. But I'd say out of all of these, Koraidon. As I said earlier, Koraidon's just super cool in my opinion. I really like Koraidon. Alright, so that's all of the Pokemon from each gen of each type. But now we are on to my favorites of each category that I put. So for this one, it's like all of the ones that I've picked out of these, and then we'll keep going through that and whatnot, as well as like these favorites. It's just like favorite in general of like between this whole generation. So yeah. So we'll start off going left to right on the bottom row. So for this, for normal type, I would say Hisuian Zoroark easily. If Hisuian Zoroark wasn't here, I'd definitely say Braviary. And then probably Munchlax after that, honestly. But Hisuian Zoroark's easily taking the cake there. For this, Arcanine, I said this way earlier in the stream / video that Arcanine is my favorite fire type. Easily, without a shadow of a doubt. That's probably never going to change. For favorite water, this is a bit difficult. It's between Wailord, Wishiwashi, and Feraligatr. I think I'd say Feraligatr, especially since I have nostalgia for them as well when playing Heart Gold Silver. So yeah, I'll say Feraligatr for this. Then we have Grass. Now I know what you're thinking. That's not the case. I think it's between Venusaur and Superior. Here's the thing. If Mega Venusaur was on here, I'd probably pick Mega Venusaur. But since they are not, unfortunately, I'll pick Superior. Superior is just so cool. They're elegant. They're awesome. Their ability is amazing. Their hidden ability, rather. They're super good. I love them a lot. So yeah. Then we got electric types. Out of this, it's probably Galvantula, yeah. Like I said this earlier, like my favorite electric is either Galvantula or Jolteon. I think Galvantula takes it for that. Then we got favorite ice type. For this, it's Glalie, easily. I like Glalie a lot. Glalie is awesome, especially their mecha. They're freaking cool. Okay, next we got fighting. For this, it's either... I'd probably say it is Heracross. But it's either them or Phalanx. I think I'm going to go Heracross, though. I really like Heracross. Heracross is cool. Next up, we got Poison. I would say either Scolipede or Crobat. One of the two. I think I'm going to pick Scolipede, though. Scolipede is just super cool. Again, super competitively viable. I love them a lot. Their ability is amazing. Really cool design. Plus, Gen 5 is my favorite gen. So, there's also that. Alright, next up we have Ground. And we got a big variety here. For this, I'd probably say Sandslash or Torterra, honestly. I think I'd say Torterra. Yeah, I think I'd say Torterra. Torterra's really cool in my opinion. I like them. Next up we have Flying. Between all of these, my favorite actual Flying is Braviary. But because of the way that this list works and whatnot, I kind of can't pick them, so yeah. So instead, I think I'm gonna pick... I think I am gonna pick... Talonflame. Yeah, I'm picking Talonflame. Talonflame's cool. Also, I remember having like a Pokemon card of Talonflame that was super awesome. I love the art on that thing, so I think that confirms it as well. Alright, next up we have Psychic. I'd say Meowstic. Out of all these, I'd say Meowstic. I really like the coloration and the design on it. I think it's really cool. It's also very interesting that under its ears, it like folds them up and there's like eyeballs there. Or at least they look like eyeballs. I think they're eyeballs. I don't know. Regardless, it's very cool. I like it a lot, personally. Alright, next up, our favorite bug. This is interesting. I would say out of all of these, if I say this, Bull Buddy. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say they're my favorite bug, at least out of the ones that are within the category here. Yeah, they're really cool. I like them a lot. Alright, next up we have Rock. I think I'd have to say Aerodactyl. Because, like, I'm pretty sure my very first Pokemon card was an Aerodactyl. Like, from the original Fossil set. And it's like, that really made me love Aerodactyl a lot. Also, Aerodactyl is my favorite Fossil Pokemon. So I'd say Aerodactyl for a favorite Rock as well. That makes sense in my mind. Now for favorite Ghost. Gengar. I love Gengar. Gengar is amazing. I love Gengar. Alright, next up, Dragon. I said this before, Haxorus is my favorite. Next up, we got Dark. For this, I'd probably say Hydreigon. Yeah, again, like these two just like reign supreme. Like these two are just freaking amazing. I love them. Except for Steel, Steelix. I love Steelix. I explained this tumultuous times earlier. I love Steelix, yes. I just think they're freaking awesome. Next up we have Fairy. This one I'm not sure on. I think Azumarill or Xerneas. I like Xerneas' design a bit more. I think I'll go Xerneas. Why not? I'll go Xerneas. Sure. And my favorite starter of all time. This is a bit difficult. I think I'm gonna pick Feraligatr again. Like, they're just like the coolest out of all these in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna go Feraligatr. Okay, and now we got gimmick forms. Out of all of the gimmick forms, I would definitely say Mega Gengar. I just love Gengar, as stated before. I like Mega Gengar a lot, you know. So, yeah. And then for my favorite legend of all time, it's definitely between Lugia, Shadow Lugia, and Giratina. If we're talking legendaries. And I said this before, if it's mythicals, then Victini. Victini is my favorite mythical. But this is including all of them. Now, it is between Lugia and Giratina. However, that was prior to me knowing that Shadow Lugia was in this list. And I love, like, dark, eerie sort of vibes. So I'm picking Shadow Lugia. Shadow Lugia is freaking awesome. I love Shadow Lugia. And then, last but not least, we have our favorites of all time in each of these lines. So for favorite in Gen 1, this is going by generation. So for Gen 1, my favorite Pokemon is Gengar. I'm going to put Mega Gengar here because I like it a bit more. For Gen 2, I probably would say Lugia. Yeah, I'd say Lugia. For Gen 3, man, I'd say Shadow Lugia, but I feel like that's a little bit of a cop-out. Even though saying regular Lugia is also somewhat of a cop-out. But if it's a cop-out, hey, it's a cop-out, so I'm picking it anyways. I'm picking it anyways. Shadow Lugia is just freaking awesome. I love Lugia. Then in Gen 4... Now for this, I'd probably say Leafeon. I think Leafeon's super cool. And by the way, I might as well say this now. In my opinion, my favorite evolution, it's a tie. It's a three-way tie between Jolteon, Umbreon, and Leafeon. I haven't necessarily come to a consensus between all of them. Like, sometimes I'm more lenient to one day, and then other times I'm more lenient to the other, but I like all three of them equally, you know? So yeah. So yeah, that's my hindsight on that. But next we got our favorite from Gen 5, my favorite gen. I'd probably say Haxorus. Yeah, because Ghost, Dragon, Dark, and Electric are like my top 4 favorite types. Not necessarily in that order, but I would say Haxorus is my favorite from Gen 5. Alright, next up we have Gen 6. From this, I would probably say... This is interesting. I'd probably say Noivern, Yveltal, or Mega... Rayquaza. One of those three. I think I'm going to pick Yveltal for this. Yeah. I like Yveltal more than both Noivern and Mega Rayquaza. And granted, the reason why I put Mega Rayquaza here is because I wanted like all of them to be listed on here. All the ones I wanted to be listed on here, so that way we didn't have any like dupes or like something wasn't left out. So, but yeah, I'd say Mega Yveltal is my favorite from Gen 6. Then we have Gen 7. Where's Alolan Sandslash? There he is. Like, I saw Alolan Ninetales. Like, yeah, Alolan Sandslash has to be there. So yeah, Alolan Sandslash for sure. If we're not talking regional variants though, I'd probably say Wishiwashi or Decidueye though. One of those two. But since Alolan Sandslash is applicable to this, I'm picking Alolan Sandslash easily. Alright, next up we have Gen 8. Gen 8. I almost said Gen 7. Yeah, we have Gen 8. For this, I'd probably say Hisuian Zoroark. Or Hisuian Typhlosion. But I'd probably say Hisuian Zoroark. They did a fantastic job with it. I really like it a lot. I love the Ghost normal typing as well. It's fantastic. It works so well. I love it a lot. Okay, and then we have Gen 9 for my favorite Pokemon. It's either Skeledirge, Slitherwing, or Ceruledge, or Koraidon. Also Meowscarada and Pawmi are cute as well. I think I'm gonna pick Slitherwing. I've grown a good attachment to Slitherwing. I like them a lot. I think they're really cool. And then last but not least, my favorite Pokemon of all time is Gengar. Gengar is my favorite Pokemon of all time. And I honestly do not think that's going to change anytime soon. They just are my favorite Pokemon. Like, I love their design-wise. They made me fall in love with ghost types. I even have like a little toy that I've had ever since I was like a little kid. It was probably like my very first Pokemon toy as well. I've always loved Gengar. Gengar's freaking awesome. And I've loved that they gave it a Mega form. I love that they gave it a Gigantamax form. And I think it's really cool. Did my model bug out? Oh, that's okay. I had a notification on my phone. Okay, but yeah, I love Gengar. I love that they gave it a Mega. I love that they gave it a Gigantamax. I love that they keep giving it love. Granted, that's probably because of bias, because it's from Gen 1, but I still love it nonetheless, and I'm not the only one. Gengar is very awesome. I'm pretty sure it's in like the top 15 favorites Pokemon globally. Of like worldwide, everyone's favorite Pokemon. I'm pretty sure Gengar is somewhere in like at least top 20. At least. But yeah, Gengar is my favorite Pokemon, and that's not changing anytime soon. But yeah, that was my tier list on all of the Pokemon. If you guys want to like let me know what your guys' favorite Pokemon are down in the comments below, by all means go ahead and do so. And if you want to catch more of my content, I definitely plan on uploading more, as well as I am live on twitch.tv, as you can see over there in the corner. But yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye, please. Goodbye.